All right, we're going to work a little bit on two-hand grips from the rear. So if I'm gripped from the rear, the first thing I need to do is get myself into a position where I have some strength and leverage. And from this position, let's turn sideways, I don't have any strength or leverage. So what I'm going to do is try to turn my fingers down and drop my hips. And that's going to give me a little bit of leverage. Then I'm going to step toward him, twisting my wrists around my body forward. Now he's weak and I'm in a stronger position. At this point, I'm going to raise my hands and grab what I call a handshake position. In Japanese, they call this Sankyo, and that means literally the third thing that I taught you. So just for clarity's sake, we're going to try to keep it in English so we understand it better, because we're not Japanese. And we're going to call it handshake. And from handshake, he's probably going to want to spin out of this. And as he turns, I'm just going to push it into his back. I can come around and apply a joint lock to the mandible of his jaw, or his mandible. Or I can grab the collar and drop him that way. Or I can simply spin and do an irimi, or an entering spin, throwing him to the floor. So if I'm gripped from the rear and he's pulling me back, all right, I need to, instead of trying to pull against it, even as I turn, I can't turn if my arms are way back. So I'm going to drop my elbows, drop my center, and step back. And that's going to turn his wrists around. All right, so don't just try to do it from here. If I try to do it from here, it's not going to work. I need to settle. Elbows down, fingers forward. Grab the wrist, come under, and arm bar. All right? So, the final technique is taking someone who's strong and in a strong position and making them weak, and then following up with technique. But it's not about the technique. We shouldn't focus on the technique. It's about taking someone from a strong position and putting them in a weak position. Let's practice. Let's see. We see it?
And this side, this part on the hand, on the jaw. Push it into.
And this, I think you have to.
Honest is like get rid of your opponent.
Okay.
All right, so not too bad here. Turn, under. A lot of people, oh, I didn't know who I was doing it to. A lot of people will just normally spin out of it like you just did and get into this position. Now, you're a lot bigger than Milo, so when I did it to him, I came around this way. But with you, since I'm going to probably come in under your chin, I'd probably do it this way. I don't know. It seems to work either way. I wanted to do it to you so he could watch. All right, so drop the hips, turn, coming under, getting behind. Stand up for me, because if you bend over, I got to do something else. Stand up and push it in that way. Twisting that hand just like the third set stretch that we do, and then this in here. Right. All right, if you're having trouble with this, let's just throw. So you're going to go from here. We're just going to throw. So we're going to go under. Look at this. Bring it around. She turns. And now I'm just going to push this in till she's bent over. And throw her. All right? So you don't have to worry about the jaw.
Don't adjust your hands. So here, good. On his thumb, push this into his back. See that? Grab that and push him into your shoulder.